there are great democratic aspirations for freedom, and it's part of this desire for freedom which is really sweeping the region and the world. And that the government is listening to the people. There has to be an agreement between the opposition and the government, and when those agreements start to come together, things will change. I have no doubt they'll change, but you're at the point right now where it must, from what I've seen, the government shows a willingness to listen, shows a desire to help the people, work with the people to bring about change. That's a good sign. It's a precondition for change. You have to have a willingness.
That's right.
And if that willingness is there, then perhaps the aspirations of the people will be realized. I mean, the fact that you could have opposition meeting in downtown Damascus, openly, whether the meeting's open or not is another matter, but they're meeting. That's important. That shows that people are kind of stretching those freedom aspirations and saying, it's different now. We're going to meet publicly. This is what we think. Anytime you have ferment in a nation, anytime you have masses of people who come together, there's always the possibility that someone may have an agenda that's different than most of the opposition.
That's right.
And that may be an agenda that's different from the government's. I think it's important for members of Congress to have an understanding of the process that's going on here, that people are seeking freedom of expression and are seeking the realization of their democratic aspirations, but that the government's listening, that it's not dismissing it, that it's not unaware. And what I learned from my meetings with from my meeting with President Assad is that he does care about what's happening, that he wants to respond, that he's thinking about the different ways that would be the best way to address the needs of the people. And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the people. He's not. He's very engaged in that kind of a discussion, and frankly, that's a positive development.